Attention, everybody. The views and opinions expressed on the show are not necessarily those of Acts Ministry, Acts Media Group, and or their affiliates, supported ministries, and or nonprofits. What you are seeing on the screen right now happens to be a view from Studio B, which is in the other room, and we've got everything. We've almost got that studio up and running, but as you can see, the snow is really, really, really thick out there, and it continues to fall, and will continue to fall for a while. Anyways, let's merge on over so you guys can see me here. So welcome to the show, everybody. I am getting ready to play a recap from last week with Steve McAllister, or Steve Mickey Mac, as we call him here at the studio, where he's got Nikki Skaggs and her husband on there talking about art and music and things like that. So it was a really good show. So just in case you missed it, we're going to let you see it again. So, and keep praying for us as we continue to learn and grow here here at Acts Media Group. So you'll see this is about a 39 minute and 58 second video, and you'll probably hear the disclaimer in the beginning again. But yeah, anyways, so here it is. It's Brighter Living Live recap from last week.
Was that you?
Affiliate and supported ministries and or nonprofits. So without any further ado, here he is. Talk about a brighter day and brighter living, Steve Mickey Mac-tastic.
Thank you, Matt. Oh, was that you?
Yes.
I got a fanfare. All right, that made me feel better. You're all right, Nikki. I don't care what Raymond says about you. You're all right.
Thank you.
Well, welcome to the show. It's a cloudy, misty, freezing drizzle type of day. I wasn't sure if I was going to be here today, folks, but the Lord opened up the doors, and the pavement was dry all the way up here, and I kept on hearing black ice. But hey, long story short, I'm here. God bless you, and God bless you guys for showing up. I wasn't sure what, after last night's forecast, I wasn't sure what was going to happen today. Yeah. But we're all here, so that's the main thing, and we're all here safe and dry.
Amen.
Amen. Well, folks, I'm not going to go more into the weather other than just if you're out and about today, just take it easy because there is a winter weather advisory till 6 o'clock today in Springfield, Branson, Ozark area. So just in the Ozarks generally. So just take it easy if you're going to be out and about today. Oh, thank you. Ooh, yes.
I didn't put the mirror here because I don't want to break the mirror. I'm not bringing the mirror in. I just want people to be able to see. Here, let's
Yes.
try it like this. Is that better? That makes me feel better.
Yeah.
That way they'll be able to see your art.
Yep, exactly. We're going to have a lot of fun today. We're going to talk about art. We're going to talk about music and everything in between, including your testimony and maybe a little bit about the cruise we all went on a couple years ago.
Yeah.
It's too bad that we can't do any cruising for a while. At least I keep on hearing mixed messages on that. So, all right. Woohoo!
Now they can see your art without me breaking the mirror.
If you want to take a picture of the mirror, I could hold it.
Yeah, well, I bet you. You see those pretty good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I bet I'm going to leave the mirror in there for right now.
Okay.
The mirror is amazing. We'll take pictures of it and post that up afterwards. But I don't want to break the mirror.
I don't blame you.
But these right here, you can see these really well.
Yes.
Good idea.
So you can lift it up like this so they can see it. There you go. That's some of the artwork.
This is
And then you
Raymond
set
right
that
here.
down.
he's the young man that did these paintings, and you're going to want to check more paintings out. He's got quite a few, and he's worked a lot of hours on these paintings. What,
Yes.
8, 9, 10 hours?
No.
You can
It's
set it now,
like
right?
a week. Sit it down, honey.
A day, I mean.
Yeah.
Around 8 hours.
8
set it
or
down
more
now.
hours, actually. He
I-
does more hours than I can remember. But basically, if you do 8 hours a day, it's $10 an hour. And those are like normally $300 to $500 a painting.
I believe it.
And we got him for $250 for these two. And then he's got the painting that he's done on a mirror that's worth over $900, and he's got it for $500 now.
Yeah, when you see, we'll somehow take a picture of that mirrored one so that you'll see exactly what we're all talking about, but we're not going to do that until like near the end, I think, or we might even put it up on the website. I don't know. But anyway, I'm just glad that you both made it and you're here and you're safe and so. Okay, we're going to get right into it. We don't have a whole lot of time today, so this is Raymond and Nikki Skaggs. They've been friends of mine for what, since I joined
4
CGMA?
years. Yeah, at least 4 years.
At least 4 years. Well, I've been there longer, but you guys joined, what, 4 years ago?
Yes,
When you first got
4
married?
years,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, I was still a butler before I became a Skaggs in 2016 is when
And
I
your
joined.
anniversary's coming up in a
Yes.
couple weeks?
April 20, or
February.
I'm sorry, February.
You better be careful.
Sorry, dear. February. I've got so much going on in my head right now. Sorry, I'm scattered.
Boy, I'll
sometimes.
tell you what, if
February 25th.
Rachel's watching, she knows. I better be careful about dates and stuff. There's been a couple of times where I've almost forgotten. It's like, that's our date, not our marriage, not our. Because I know better than to mess that up.
Oh, I've got so many dates going on in my head right now.
Well, yeah, don't you sing? I mean, you sing at other places besides your church, your
Yes.
cowboy church.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
do.
where's that located?
Marshfield, Missouri, and it's called the Show Me Cowboy Church.
All right, sounds cool. No, I've been to so many different. There's so many cowboy churches around that I know that there's one in Branson that Pastor or Reverend Steve Anthony does,
Yeah.
and then there's the one that I think Danny and goes to, or at least they did.
Oh, it's Glory Barn.
Yeah,
Yep.
yep.
He still goes to that, and
He
yeah.
plays the drums, I think, still,
Yes,
doesn't
he
he?
does.
Yeah, we're gonna have Danny back on. Danny and Mickey were both on my show way back. I think sometime early on. I think they were on the 3rd or 4th episode that I had on the show, and so they're probably gonna come back. And then Vicky and Jimmy Jack are gonna be on my show too.
Awesome.
As soon as Jimmy decides to,
Gets
you know,
better.
he gets
Feeling
better.
better,
I shouldn't
yeah.
say decides. It's up to God, but you know, really, he's come through a lot.
Yes, he has.
Jimmy has.
Yes.
And we'll cover that at another time. But tell me, when did you become a Christian?
Well, it all started long ago.
Oh no!
No, I was brought up in a Christian home. My dad and my mom, actually it was more my mom that she did Bible studies for kids and did singing memory verses and stuff like that. And, you know, and then growing up, I would hear God. I heard a voice saying, you need to sing. And I'm like, no, because I was super shy. And yes, totally different now. I'm totally different. I still get a little shy, but
It happens.
yes, but not as bad as I used to be. Oh, I was really bad. So growing up, I was a Christian. I think my third dunk, I should say. I got baptized 3 times, and just before I moved back to Missouri, my faith started really sprouting in the Lord, and finally, Lord said again, you need to sing. So finally, at a horse function, well, I was Nikki Butler. That's my maiden name.
Okay, and you was working with horses?
With him.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah. That's what the start of me singing started. And then I actually knew him in 2009 talking about a horse that he owned, because it was at a arena, and the church was there. The Show Me Cowboy Church was there, and I started kind of going to that then, and then they moved away after I moved away.
Well, how could they?
I know. I didn't even know where they were, and I saw them in January, 2015, in the July 4th parade. I'm like, where are you guys at now? I'm like, they're saying Elkland. I'm like, where in Elkland? But they had, they were driving their team of horses, and I couldn't talk to them more. So September came, and Raymond was at a store selling raffle tickets, which actually became almost $3,000 into that. He almost got $3,000 for getting our church more organized into actually building and stuff. And so that's how we actually met and became friends more. And I knew who he was before he did. I think. Well, we were both married back then in 2009, so we didn't really associate too much and stuff. But as soon as we got together again, we were both married at one time, and we got divorces, and he started looking for dates.
Way to go, Raymond.
It was 2015 when I met up with him again. In 2016, I started singing for the Lord.
Amen. And you got an award from CGMA.
Yes, I did.
What was it?
It was, don't look at me. It was the most, not advanced. I can't think right.
The convention?
It was at the International
Convention, right.
Convention, and I was not expecting that. And it was the most improved artist.
And believe me, she was doing great, but then as time went on, years went on, she was greatly improved, and she was very, very well deserving of that award. And she did a good job when she taped my production. I guess you want drama.
Yeah, I'm behind the camera. That's me. That's where I'd rather be.
But the Lord has brought you in front of the camera for a reason.
Yes.
Yeah, and seriously, folks, she's. If you want to get a hold, how do they get a hold of you if they want to?
For me, you can call me at 417-208-6405, or you can get me on Facebook, Nikki Skaggs. And my husband Raymond here, he has a page for his paintings. It's called Raymond-Nikki Skaggs, because I have to take control of it.
That's okay. She's your executive assistant.
Yes.
Well, Rachel's mine, so
Yes.
we both have to have somebody keep us in line, I guess.
Yes. He's the better half. I have to say that. He's really helped me along, because if it wasn't for him and a few other people from church, I wouldn't be where I am today. And I just love the Lord, and I just
It shows.
Yeah, I truly love him.
And we really got to know, I think we really got to know each other during a cruise, which was 2019, correct, with the Jimmy Jack Foundation?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And we went to Cozumel and Progresso, and
Yes.
that's when we got to really know, my wife and I really got to know Raymond and Nikki,
Yeah.
and we didn't have to say too much. I mean, it was just, hey, we just connected.
Yeah.
So, and we've been good friends ever since. So, what else have you been doing lately? And then we're going to get to Raymond and paintings.
Sometimes I do Facebook Live, and I haven't really been going around too much, but we did CGMA this Saturday, and I sang there. But mostly it's been at home because, the COVID, but, it's like I just want to give hope to people. I did catch him, and I caught it, and I don't want it again. So we've been kind of staying behind, not too much activity going on because of it. And I'm just thankful that God, put me through it and put him through it for sure, because I'm not ready for him to go.
Especially if, they say that with people with underlying conditions
Mm-hmm.
or people in senior or in nursing homes, they really get it the worst. But God brought you through it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't have
very
hardly,
much.
I couldn't hardly read till I really had it.
Yeah.
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 A day or two's all.
So I'm going to switch over to Raymond.
He's better half, like I said.
He's the better half, right?
Yes, he
And
is.
you're the best half?
No, I agree that he's the better half.
Oh, okay. So Raymond, first of all, how did you come to know the Lord?
I come to know the Lord when I was 14 years old. I was saved at that time. Then in the spring, then after that, I was baptized in Big Pammy River over by Licky, Missouri. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever gotten baptized. I've helped people get baptized in the
Cold
river, but
water.
it can be pretty cold.
I was baptized
It was
in the
cold.
ocean.
What was that?
I was baptized in the ocean.
Wow, that's cool.
That's cold water.
And I thought the baptismal was cold when I got baptized. Man, the river I heard was, I've heard different stories from different people about the temperatures, and man.
Yeah.
I was really worried about the fish because, they were eating up my washing away and stuff like that. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, fish.
Well, I was always afraid of that myself. Not even just baptized. It's like I saw a fish swimming around. I'm like, oh man. But they weren't harmful fish at all.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
anyway, so what got you into? No, okay. You just told us about when you were saved. So when did you start painting?
I started painting in my 20s, and before that, I'd done a lot of pencil scratching, everything like that, and everything. When I turned 20, I threw the pencil away and then started painting with the brush. And I couldn't afford to buy oil paints at that time. I started out with house enamel paint, just regular house paint, and painting pictures. And then I could afford to buy oil paints, and then I started painting with them.
Yeah, I've seen some people where they take a photograph and then they do you take pictures and then
Yeah, I
paint?
use pictures for a guideline and everything like that.
Sometimes.
Sometimes I take 2 or 3 pictures and put them together and make one. And that way, yeah.
Sometimes he does it without it.
Yeah.
And some people, I know that this sounds kind of funny, but some people say, oh, everybody starts out with, if they really paint, they start out with paint by numbers. You never did that.
No.
Nope.
No. Yeah,
God's given you a talent, and you said
Yes.
something to me earlier today about your hand, that God's given you a
Yeah.
steady hand the whole time. You've never shaken, and you've seen other people your age. By the way, folks, you're how old? 89?
Almost.
I'll be 89 last of March.
And he paints. I think, can they see? I think they can see the paintings. If not, we'll show those paintings. But he's 89, folks, and he's still painting, and these paintings are unreal. They really are. So God's given you the talent to paint. And
Yes.
now, what do you do with these paintings once you're done with them?
Majority of them, I donate them to churches and organizations for them to raise funds. And I back several of them
Yeah.
through the years. I donate 8 or 10 paintings a year.
Yeah, December we donated a painting that was for Tajul Morrow.
Yeah.
He is a independent missionary in Bangladesh, and that's where. But the CGMA, Billy Hill, our president, he won that painting. I was like surprised that he wanted it, but
He
his
wanted
name-
it, but he had to
Had to, yeah, because we were
put the
doing
money down. I mean, he had to
raffles. Yep.
sign up for it.
Yep, he did. Yep.
Man, that is great. Well, you know, it went to a good guy. You know, I'm going to have Billy and Donna here on soon.
Awesome.
So I'm trying to get as many artists as I can from CGMA. So, but Billy and Donna, I guess it was just before COVID hit, or right around
Yeah.
there. I was going to get them on there, but then they caught it, and so we're going to have them
Several
on
of
probably
us.
in March or April.
Nice.
Okay.
So, and then, so how can they get a hold of you for the paintings?
On Facebook, be Raymond Nikki Skaggs.
Forgot
Right.
the dash.
The
Don't
dash?
forget the dash. The way I did it was Raymond dash Nikki Skaggs because I have to run it, and
Yeah.
that's the only way. That's the only way he gets his paintings known on Facebook, and there's several of them that he's painting, and I've taken several pictures, and you know, when time and two like these, he's got them for sale for $250, and some of them have, you know, some people have bought them and stuff, and stuff. So, hey, get a hold of them.
By the way, I got to say some hellos here. Jana, thank you for watching. And I hope you're doing well. And Pastor Larry Klaus used to be my pastor
Oh, wow.
back in the 70s, late 70s. And he's now got a church in Nashua, New Hampshire, I think it is. Yeah. And I think if it's not Nashua, it's around there somewhere. He's 75 years old, and he drives a Harley, or rides a Harley.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, and of course, I know a guy who's a gentleman who's 85, and he drives a Harley like he's 25.
He's still driving. He does really good.
Good. Well, most people, they stop around. They tell you, you hear if they're over 75, they shouldn't be on the road. But you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jana, thank you for watching, and Pastor Larry, and hope to hear from Pastor. I hope to hear from you more, Pastor Larry. We need to touch base again. So, I've got a picture book here full of paintings, but it's going to be really hard for you guys to see because we can't zoom in at this point. We are working on that to where we can zoom in, but these paintings that you see here, you'll be able to see a lot better than you would any of these.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys plan on doing? Is there another? There's another singing coming up for you, right? Are you?
Well, right now, I'm kind of staying behind the scenes. I'm not going hardly anywhere, but my next one would be in May, we're gonna. Well, I don't know what the spiritual treat does because we're going to that in the end of April, I think it is, and we get back on my birthday, which is May 1st.
Ooh.
Yes, and I'm not sure if they sing and stuff, but I know that I'll be singing in the end of May for a horse gathering. It's called Cowboy and Cowgirl Gathering. They usually meet up in Roberts. Oh, yeah, Roberts.
Yep. St. Roberts.
St. Roberts in Missouri. And it's usually on Memorial Weekend.
Yeah, that's a nice area, by the way. We've been through St. Roberts. That's like next to all the others. There's the St. Roberts, and then I forgot what I thought there was another Saint something. Maybe I'm thinking something else, but I thought there was another Saint because they're like almost right together. There's these towns that are
St.
like,
Charles, maybe?
aren't they suburbs of St. Louis? Well, St. Charles isn't.
No.
See, I'm still learning. I've been here how long, and I'm still trying to.
149 miles.
Rolla.
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 Yeah, New Rolla. Getting close to it, but it's
That's about the
only
halfway point to St. Louis.
Believe it or not, it's only like 50 miles from where we live in Marshfield.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, man, you're a lot closer than I am. But I plan on being a little closer here. In fact, I'll be probably moving in, I'm hoping, no later than the fall, be
Yeah.
moving up here to near the studio here. So
Yes.
I'll only be right down the road. So no excuses about driving to get here on time.
Exactly.
We'll just come and I can hear Matt now. We'll just come and get you.
Yeah.
On a nice, warm, sunny day, I can walk up here, and of course, it's a little further than that, but it might take me more like 20 minutes.
Good walk for you.
Yep, that's
Use your walker.
yeah, that's my friend. My friend Cindy, she calls it Hezekiah. Have you ever heard of the artist Hezekiah Walker? And she calls it Hezekiah.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
So I think that's funny. So she'll be on the show again here soon. She's been a good friend of mine for a while, and I can't wait to introduce you to you guys. She loves paintings, by the way.
Oh cool.
She loves to look at different paintings and stuff. So she'll be, and when I'll tell her to watch the show, so she'll be able to see the paintings.
Yeah.
And she's planning on coming down to visit me and help us move. So
Well, if you need help, just give me a holler.
yeah, you guys got a van.
Yes.
Well, we did have one. But that's all right. Well, I appreciate that. I'll keep you in mind. So,
we like Branson.
you what?
We like Branson area.
Yeah, it's funny. I tell people, and I'm telling you, I think I've told you, I never heard of Branson until a friend of mine back in the early '90s told me, "Well, I live in Branson." I'm like, "What's that? Where's that at?"
Yeah.
Or the Ozarks. It's like
Yeah.
Ozarks. What's that?
Yes, we'd like to eventually move down that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you said. You were looking at houses and stuff.
Yeah.
We're
Looking to buy in Branson.
yeah,
Good.
near
There's a lot of nice area. Actually, Branson, there's the outskirts of what I call the
The
outskirts.
outskirts, that's
yes,
where
that's
that's
what
where we're looking at.
And you're close enough to town, but yet you're still out in the country and you can
Yeah.
enjoy. That's what Rachel and I want to do. That's even though that's right down the street, we're away from the city, and we can just jump into the city within about 10 minutes, and
yeah,
that's what we like to do.
definitely. I like that too. Because I was brought up in the city, and
I was
but
too.
I've always loved the country. My mom lives in Missouri, Marshfield, and it's been country for me since I was little too.
And of course, it's a lot easier with horses too.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys actually have horses?
Yes, we're actually gonna get rid of them.
Oh,
going-
I didn't get a chance to come and see them.
Well, you gotta come over.
Okay. Because Horses and I, we get along, except for the last time I was trying to horseback ride, and Spook was the name. I'm not kidding.
Wow,
It was over there at a popular place in Branson that has horses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, it turned around and nipped me.
Oh, bitchy.
Oh.
Yep. But I don't know if it was because I was big, and I don't know if it was because I was hurting the poor thing or what. But like, man, I don't know if I want a horseback ride again. But I've been on horses since then, and
Well, that's good.
but
then.
it
I've
was
been thrown off a few times.
yeah. Well, there was an incident. I think I talked about it on this program where I was actually on a horse when I was a kid, and it was for a muscular dystrophy carnival. And they told me to get on the horse and go, and I was dressed as a clown.
Oh.
And they
Oh,
told
yeah.
me to go out near the road and ride up and down there and wave people in. Well, I just said, let's go a little faster. So I kicked aside, said, let's go. It went. And it was funny because my wig started flying off, falling off. And these people are honking the horns, and they're all honking because they see me galloping. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. And so finally the thing almost reared me off, and the thing, it backed up, did this,
wow.
reared.
Oh,
And
man.
I didn't fall off,
Wow.
but it came up and then came back down.
Reared up.
But it reared up, and I was like really close to getting falling off, but I didn't, thank the Lord.
Amen.
So, but I'm like, man, so I've had some adventures with horses.
Yeah, I've trained a lot of horses in my lifetime. I was a horse trainer.
That's another reason why.
Is that
I
what you
got
did
together.
before, back when you, did you have a ranch? Did you live on a ranch?
Well, I had 53 acres, and at one time I had 35 head of horses.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah,
That was before me.
Well, that's okay.
I've have trained a lot of horses in my lifetime, but I had a business that I built fence contractor, built fences, and I covered 10 counties.
Wow.
And
For 42 years.
42 years. And I retired from it at 82.
Wow, you stayed with it quite a while then.
Yeah.
When did you start? When you were how old?
40.
Okay, well that's not that's good chunk of time there.
Yeah.
That was before me again.
Well, that's okay. You did a lot before Nikki, didn't you?
Yes,
Oh,
we
yeah.
did.
Yeah.
And then you met Nikki, and then you settled down.
Yeah. Well, she wanted me to help her to train her to be a horse trainer.
Yeah, I had
And
a
I
little
told her
horse.
to come over, and that's when I really started falling in love with her.
Yeah, we
Training
were
horses in the round
starting
pen.
to train one of his horses, and
Yeah.
her name is Jackie, and I just loved her. And we were falling in love in the round pen, as he says. So I go, I really love Jackie, and he goes, well, I love you. And I'm like,
You guys were just horsing around.
anyone.
Yeah.
Matt, good morning. I thank you for waving, Matt. Matt, he's out there. He's out there waving at me.
Oh, is it?
You know, he's waving here, but
Oh.
anyway, wow, that's quite an adventure. You guys have really come close. And of course, is there anything in the future that you plan on doing with horses, or you said you're getting rid of them though?
Actually, yes, we've decided that we're gonna let them go. I got my 2 girls at my mom's, and which we're temporarily staying at, with my 4 dogs.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, and I don't. The dogs are a touchy situation with you right now.
Yes, my
She has they're jujitsu, or how do you say it?
schnauzers.
They're schnauzers, and they are the cutest thing. And Princess Zoe, or Zoe Princess now.
Well, yeah, Facebook made me change her name.
Yeah,
but
they've
it's-
even got their own.
her registered name is Princess Zoe.
And
Butler.
they've got their own Facebook page.
Yes, they do, and people love them.
And she used, when I first met her, and she would bring them to the convention, she would, I wasn't sure at first. I was like, what does she have? You know, before I really met you, I was like, what she got in her? There's a stroller that she's pushing. I'm like,
Yes.
are those dogs in the stroller?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And
They are my babies.
yeah,
My oldest
exactly. But
one-
you know, they're getting to the retirement age, and they had to be
yeah,
retired.
Yeah.
Were they support animals of yours?
Yes, they were. Both
Oh.
of them. Zach, well, he didn't quite make the cut because he kept on barking. I couldn't get him to stop. And Zoe, she'll just let out a little boof, let me know.
A little boof.
Yeah, she does that. She'll go boof, just to let me know. You know, I don't know how to explain it, but
It's
They
her
were
way of saying,
connected.
pay attention.
yeah, they were very connected to me, and I've let them go. I mean, they're my still kids. Those are my babies, and I've got 2 new ones. There'll be 2 this.
Yes, Sweet
on the
Pea and
12th.
Candy, right?
Yep.
But they're the sweetest dogs, and they're very, you know what, they were well behaved, actually, from you pushing them around and being there at the convention with all the distractions and everything.
Mm-hmm.
They were very well kept. I mean, they were well behaved, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's too bad that the place that we were at wouldn't let you bring them in.
Yeah, the last night of the function, they realized I had him, and I didn't have his Zoe's harness. She goes, "You're gonna have to take them out. They can't be in here." And so I
That was
got
hard.
the harness, and I showed it to them. I said, "This is Zoe's harness. I didn't have it on because, you know, they've been in and out the whole time, and I guess it was a new person on shift.
was.
So, yeah,
I know the situation. It was. It was new management.
right. So, you know, it was that time to retire them in next year anyway, and it was getting close. It was October of that time, so it was time.
Yeah, well, when you've had your pets, just like I had Sonny for 17 years,
Hmm.
they've become family, and when you've had them for that long, it's really hard to let go.
Yes,
It really is.
it is. And my oldest is 14. He'll be 15 this year. And Zoe's 11, so, and then our 2 younger ones that are going to be 2 on the 12th. But they're more the dogs now. 5 minutes.
Woo. Thank you, man.
5 minutes.
We got through it.
One bringing the mirror in and so he takes a picture of it.
Oh, I don't know.
No, they're-
If
they
Matt
decide
can
not
hear
to.
us, maybe we can do that. I don't know.
He said he'd bring it in.
Okay. Hey, Matt, if you can hear us, you can go ahead and bring in that mirror painting.
If not, it's okay. We'll just,
If he can't hear us, that's fine.
yeah.
I like to have it on the show so people see it.
No, well, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
So usually if he's watching, he would be able to hear us.
Yeah.
Maybe unless he turned down the sound. But anyway, he's going to be coming back in here in a couple minutes anyway to shut things down. So we might get a chance to do this just as we're going off the air.
Okay.
So, oh, here he is. Oh, he went to go get it is what he did.
Yeehaw. Way
This
go.
makes me really nervous.
Well, it's glass. That's
Make
why.
sure that there's nothing on the floor that'll trip you up.
Let me see if I can set it.
Here,
Well,
here, sit right here and then
okay. So
That's
right
a-
here.
can it sit right there, or I can hold up sideways.
Here we go. That's fine like that. They'll be able to see it just fine.
Yep.
Okay.
If we tilt it up too much, they
the
won't be
reflection.
able to see it because the mirror
Yeah.
will blind them.
Well, they can't see that. Yeah.
Okay.
It's fine.
Well, anyway, this is on a bathroom mirror. Is this what this was originally?
Yeah,
Oh.
it was a great big mirror, and I had cut it in 3 different pieces. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
his son got one because he's the one that donated the
Yeah.
mirror.
Wow.
It was a big mirror, and he donated it to Raymond.
Here, I'll hold this up for just a second so people can see.
There you go.
Yeah.
And that
Thank
was
you.
done. You said it was cut into.
Three
Different pieces.
Yeah.
Do you do any more? Now I saw one on here that it would look like a deer's
It's on a moose horn.
on a moose horn. He painted a picture on a moose horn, and anyway, you'll just have to get in touch with him, and they'll talk to you more about that. So I'd like to thank my guests, Raymond and Nikki Skaggs, for being with me. They none of us were really sure what the weather was going to be like, but
Yes.
they sure made it out here a lot easier than I did. But I thought, man, I was going back and forth. I said, I can't do that to these guys. I
Better
have.
not. That's what I said.
Yeah, you guys came from Marshfield. I mean, come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, I'd just like to thank my guests for being here, and we have a great show for you next week, and I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to seeing you all again very soon. Have a brighter day, and God loves you, and so do we.
Yes.
Take care.